Hello and welcome, Dirty William here, back with the final episode of my DDO Let's Play Pale Master Edition, series number 2. So, we're going to take level 19 and 20. So let me pull up my thing on my phone. Level 19, we're going to take concentration, there, balance, haggle jump, haggle, yump, repair and spellcraft. Let's see, repair and spellcraft, okay. And now we get to choose some spells. Again, all of the level 8 and 9 spells are rare. You cannot purchase them at a vendor. You have to find the scroll. So, what would be good? Hezro, something. Let's see, what would be good up here? Stun, trap the soul. Let's go for that. Why not? I get some more later. There we go. And advance to the next level as wizard. Level 20 this time. Now we are going to bump our intelligence up. Pump it up. Bump our intelligence up by 1. Go to next. And my phone's turned off. Hold on just a sec. There we go. All good. Concentration. Heal. Repair. Spellcraft and UMD. I guess we have 2 points left over. Concentration, heal, repair, spellcraft, and UMD. Huh. Oh, repair gets 2 points, or 3 points total. There we go. I don't know why we're taking the repair. It's for repair and rust power. I'm just going by the build, folks. Let's see. For our feet, we're going to need shoes. Haha. Mental toughness is what we're going to take. Gives us 10 spell points at first level and 5 spell points each additional levels. Some other options you could take is augment summoning. If you still like the skeletal pet, that will be a thing. Enlarge is not that great. Eschew materials is not that great. You could do a spell focus on something else, but really, in my opinion, that one. Mental toughness. So we hit next, and now we get to pick out 2 more spells. None of those sound good. So let's go to this and see what we have for 8 and 9. We have Dominate Monster. Am I enchantment spec'd? I thought I was. I thought I had the feats for that. Let's see. Spell focus, necromancy. I guess I'm not. Oh, here we go. Yeah, spell focus enchantment. So that could be a thing to take. Sunburst might be good for some undead, but really that other spell that I have is pretty good. What's it called? It's called something. I don't know. It's a spell. Disrupt Undead, I believe it's called. It's a pretty decent one. So what could we take? Mass Charm. Mass Hold is better than Mass Charm, in my opinion. It does. I don't know. It is CC though. Let's go for that. And is the pet worth it? Disjunction. If cast on a spell word trap, the spell will reduce the level of the trap by 1 to 8. If the level of the trap is reduced to 0, the trap is disabled. That's interesting. I did not know that. So if you have... You'd have to cast... Well, it's 50 points, though. It's kind of expensive. I'm just going to take this, just in case I hang out with Warforged. Why not? Woohoo! Now we have 12 action points to spend, so holy moly. Let's get into that stuff right now. First, let me spin around so you can see my beautiful face and do a Control R. So let's see. Wizard level 18. We had to start the Lich. Negative Energy Conduit for PM1. We need the second point of that. Drow Core, Spell Resistance. Okay. Spell resistance increased by 2. That is not bad. Drow core, intelligence. So we're going to bump up our intelligence. Drow core spell resistance, which is there, and Drow intelligence. So it gives us 2 more points. And let's see. In the Pale Master core, we're going to take Master of Death, but apparently I am missing some points in here. Huh. Because this is the one we need right here, but we have to spend 40 points in a tree. So what did I not spend points on, I wonder? It wasn't that, because it said, bone armor. No, it wasn't that. Is PRR even worth it? My PRR is 0, so probably not. Maybe it was an efficient metamagic. Let's take a look. It doesn't matter a lot because I can switch these things around later. Let's see what the Cloak of Night does. Energy repair light damage by 35%. I'm going to chuck that in there and then take this Master of Death. So we've got that taken care of. And we're going to go to the Drow tree. And we're going to take Drow Enchantment Lore 1, 2, and 3. And that will give us a +6 to our saves versus enchantments and a +1 to our enchantment spell DC. And there you go. And that is all of our goodies. Oh, and yeah, we got, for this, we get +2 intelligence and death block. Plus we get 10% to our negative healing amp. So that is very beneficial. So my spell points are over 2,000 now, which is really, really nice. That's one of the perks of being a pure class, in my opinion, is you do get some really good, well, some of them have really good capstones. I won't say all, because that is a fabrication, also known as a filthy lie. So let us talk about gear for just a second. I know it's kind of boring, and I have had somebody say, well, once you skip the gear stuff, probably makes for a better video, because honestly the stuff that I have right now is not going to last very long, at least into the epic levels, because there's quite a bit I can purchase on the auction house from level 21 on up. Right now, I have just this axe block robe, which actually looks like the robe from Giant Hold, the Elfcraft robe. This is what I have in my bank for later. At level 21, I have the Staff of the Necromancer, and at level 22, I have Spider Silk robes. I got these on the auction house for a steal at 50,001 platinum pieces, which was just silly. I've never seen it that cheap. Ever, ever, ever. So that's going to be our full-time robe, pretty much. The other robes and whatnot we can get rid of. I do have... oh, it's in the bank. I have 2 Darkstorm helms. I have one that is in my inventory that I use to switch to after I've done buffing. After I have used up the little hat of wizardry here and do my buffs, I will switch to that. But I also have another one somewhere. Here. There it is. I want to epic that and use that on my head. That way my nullification and void lore are cool in the gang. Really quickly on the robe here, this covers quite a few things. It has wizardry, 225 spell points. So that means I don't have to wear that hat anymore for buffing. I can just have this on and then wear the Darkstorm helm 24/7. And then also it has resistance +6, so this cloak can be gone. So I could put something else here. There are quite a few decent cloaks like out in Giant Hold, so later on might be able to grab some of those. Gear is always, always, always a game of juggling. What do you have now? What have you looted that you can fit in? And it's just Tetris. It's just take this and move this, and it's just a pain in the neck, really. Because I'm living off the land pretty much. I don't really have anything other than those 2 items that are really, really good that I've been saving. So now let's talk about, really quickly, advancing the character. Obviously, tomes would be great in Constitution, Intelligence, and Strength. Your spells are your weapons, so really the only thing you hold in your hands are items like this, and you'll see that like for the last couple levels I've been using these 2 things, and they're like minimum level 10 and 12. That's because I've not been able to loot anything better. I've not been able to find anything on the auction house that is better than that, which is really terrible. Those things are literally now 10 levels behind what I am, and that is a significant decrease into my DPS. So upgrade those things, obviously. I will be using the Staff of the Necromancer pretty much full time, so anything that I can find that I can slot in for my fire, my ice, and acid, that'd be, you know, really, really helpful. So I'll be on the lookout for those things. As far as advancing the account, now we have a character that can pretty easily solo quite a bit of content. At least the packs that we have. I plan to go back now and do a lot of favor farming, redoing some of these things, throwing up some LFMs for maybe giant hold and whatnot later on, and trying to get some decent XP and loot from that. So my main reason for creating this character is mostly just to go into the Shroud. And because Shroud ingredients are always useful, they're always sought after. So run a Shroud once a week, maybe pull a large devil scale or some other type of large item I could throw on the auction house. I could save the stuff and make an item if I wanted to for this character. Hit points obviously would be, you know, the first and foremost thing that I would go for any character, because hit points are never wasted. Hit points will always be a valuable asset in this game, because when you die, you're not going to be doing much of anything. Now, another thing that you could do, which I have been debating, is the original character I created, Generic B, is on this server. I now have 4 character slots because, again, I purchased some points from the DDO store and used that for Giant Hold. So now I have 4 character slots. But if one direction I could take it, I guess, is I could take my original Ranger character, get 20 tokens from running Devil Assault and running the free-to-play Web of Chaos chain, getting those tokens and turning them in for a True Heart of Wood and TRing that character. That would allow me to use all of my items that I have saved up. I would be gaining favor as I go. I would be able to unlock hard on the first go, which is really nice. That way it's not such a grind. There is some additional XP that I would need to cap, but with the way that it's set up right now, I think even though it would be a grind, you can cap a Second Life character on a free-to-play account. This should be no problem on this account, because this is now not a free-to-play account, but a what is it called? Premium. Yes. Thank you for the help. It's a premium account, and I have, you know, 4 character slots now. Plus, I have access to Giant Hold, I have the Veil, and I have the Devil Assault. So all of that should very easily get a character capped. Oh, and I can wipe this out too. Bash. Update. So that's another option you could do if you have been playing along at home and you have this is your second character. Then you could take your original character and TR that character into whatever. And in the last was episode 23, I think it was, that I did for the original Let's Play series, I went over some ideas on what you could TR into, and that's just kind of up to you to decide and based on your play style. Other than that, now I pretty much have a character that I can run around and do things and stuff with. So this is going to be, again, a more of a learning experience for me for a wizard. The road getting from level 1 all the way up to 20 has been a bit difficult in spots. I will tell you that using the Necrotic Bolt and the Necrotic Blast, whenever I dropped the Skeletal Pet line and went for those two, it helped out quite a bit, because I did not have very many spell points. So those things shored up the deficiency in my spell point pool. So now I have the ability to shoot those things, you know, and kill the bad guys off without wasting a ton of spell points and not being able to self-heal with my aura. So that is basically a play style type of thing, because this is the first Pale Master character I played in a long time. Normally I go for a sorcerer, like a Warforged, or a Blade Forged Sorcerer. Big spell point pool. Throw down some fireballs and maybe even splash Favored Soul and just start spamming Scorching Ray and magic missiles and stuff, and go for like a Shirati type of thing. But I don't have access to that on this account. So the next best thing would be doing a Pale Master arcane. So I have the self heals, I have some decent DPS, so that is good. And my series goals for this were to kind of advance the account, get some more favor, make some more fake money to spend. I still have only 340 DDO points or Turbine Points right now because I did not go back and do a lot of things on Elite while leveling. The reason being, my low hit points and low spell point pool, and the addition of the fact that I could not do traps. That was the main thing that really hampered me. So if you're thinking about doing this build and you want to level quickly and the capstone stuff doesn't really matter that much, I would suggest that you splash 2 Rogue, because 2 Rogue would really help you out. First level you take Rogue, go Wizard all the way until like level 10, I guess, and at level 10 you take your second level of Rogue and you're good. So that's what I would recommend if you're not really interested in the capstone. You will level more quickly, you'll get more XP, you'll be able to do things on Elite that you normally could not do with this character. So those are my final thoughts on this build and the final thoughts on this series. So thank you all for watching. Until next time, this is Dirty William reminding you to do the dirty work.